Whether you are new to keto or you are a veteran of this lifestyle, there's one recipe that you need to know, and that is for chaffles. A chaffle is a cheese waffle. And before you judge it, you need to try it because it can be made soft or hard, sweet or savory. The opportunities are endless. And we have our own chaffle recipe, our Keto Twins chaffle that we absolutely love, but that doesn't mean that we are not willing to try new things. So we have come across 3 exciting chaffle recipes that we are going to be trying today. And while we've been making chaffle since 2021, we actually started drinking Element in 2020, and they are the sponsor of this video. So Sarah and I literally have been drinking Element every single day since 2020 because we love the way it tastes and the way it makes us feel on our keto lifestyle. And that's because when you go into ketosis, you shed a lot of water, and inside that water are your electrolytes. This can leave you feeling tired, having muscle cramps, or even nausea, and we call that the keto flu. Element replenishes your electrolytes so that you feel better. Element contains a science-backed electrolyte ratio of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. And did I mention, these taste amazing. That is why we drink them every single day. Sarah and I really love the OG flavor. This is the citrus salt. You need to try it. And we really, really love the grapefruit salt, but they're all amazing. And we have been doing some experiments on mixing flavors, and one of our current favorites is the raspberry salt mixed in with the lemonade salt, and that tastes like summer. So right now, you can get an 8-count sample pack of Element's most popular drink mix flavors with any purchase. Just go to drinklmnt.com/ketotwins. Find your favorite flavor or share some with a friend. So chaffles are really popular because they give you a really great bread replacement for pretty much anything. We've made sandwiches with them. We use them as bagels. They're just extremely versatile. You could even cut them up, dry them out, and use them as croutons. Okay, so you're probably asking, how do you make chaffles? Well, we have something specifically for chaffles. Dash Mini Waffle / Chaffle Maker. And this is the one that we have. We've had it for years now. And I was begging Sarah to buy it for a long time, and it has suited us well. Some people batch them and store them in their refrigerators and then heat them up. Very versatile for your keto lifestyle. We have to wait for this to warm up, but in the meantime, we'll tell you about the first chaffle that we're gonna be trying today, and it's a breakfast chaffle, and it's an all-in-one unit. So sometimes you have a sandwich, you have a breakfast sandwich, but this is all of that in one. I don't know if we've ever tried this before, so it's gonna be interesting. It's by Wide Bites on TikTok, and it's basically mozzarella, prosciutto, egg, and more mozzarella. Sarah got 1 piece of...
No,
oh, okay.
That was a whole pack.
Okay.
That was what was available.
It just looks like 1 piece of prosciutto.
I like how she's like, Sarah made a mistake. She's trying to call me out.
One of the first cooking videos that we ever did was a chaffle recipe. It launched us into this direction of cooking. As far as cheese, you can shred your own cheese. Sometimes these have fillers, not fillers, well, kind of fibers in them to cellulose or whatever it is to make the individual shreds not stick to each other. And sometimes that can have a bit of trace amount of carbs. That's why this chaffle has about 0.7 carbs in it, which is doesn't count in my world. If you're doing a layering thing like we are, you kind of have to move with intention. First step is to layer a small amount on your chaffle maker
Of cheese.
This is going to create a nice crunchy base. Next up, we're going to add in our prosciutto.
You could use like what, like turkey bacon or...
As long as it's cooked,
yeah.
I think.
There's not much time for it to cook in here, so make sure that it's already pre-cooked.
You probably also want something very thin. All right, next, crack an egg.
This is what I don't like about this. I feel like it's gonna spill over.
Well, that's what these channels are for.
All right.
Mozz on top to create a web of cheese that's going to hold in all of your goods. Okay.
And slowly or
I don't know.
Okay.
Our chaffle makes a different noise. That's why I'm saying there's so many possibilities in the chaffle world.
Our chaffle is more reserved.
It's more quiet. It's less volatile.
Drier.
It's drier.
There's a lot of liquid in here, the eggs, so. This would be good for meal prep, but this one, if it works out, make these for breakfast.
It smells like breakfast.
Yeah.
I'm already thinking a little keto maple syrup on top.
Usually we would wait for the steam to kind of
But we're not
stop.
sure how this operates. We're gonna have to go by ear. Not by ear, by sight.
And by scent. Burning is not good.
Oh.
Alrighty. Here we go.
Our next chaffle comes from Pinterest. It is for a vanilla chaffle with cake batter flavoring in it.
I know, it sounds weird, cheese.
But we have made sweet chaffles in the past and they're good. We're gonna add the ingredients to a bowl this time though. They're not gonna be built into the chaffle maker, not built into, onto the chaffle maker. So we're gonna mix that all together and then we're gonna spoon it onto the chaffle maker. You will need an egg, mozzarella cheese, cake batter flavoring, and brace yourselves, sugar-free vanilla pudding powder.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. I can hear it. So here's the thing. They did not post a lot of instruction. I assume this is how you make it. You mix everything together. The only thing is when you're dealing with things like pudding mix and xanthan gum like we use in our chaffle, you have to kind of be careful. When we're doing our chaffle, we mix the xanthan gum with the dry ingredients, including the cheese. So it's fully dispersed, right. And so that's what we're gonna be doing here, even though it doesn't call for that. I'm doing it anyway. In the bowl, we have our mozzarella. 1 tablespoon. Wow. Of vanilla.
Is this per 1 or 2?
I think it says it makes 2.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna mix this together. Now we have our egg. The egg, we're gonna mix together with our 1/4 of a teaspoon.
Yikes.
Why, that's a lot?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Here we go. I'm gonna mix our wet ingredients with our dry ingredients. It's already starting to be something. Wait, it's not on yet.
It is not. I mean, it's heating up, so it's fine. Okay.
All right, we'll see what happens. Oh, whoa. They grew. Ooh.
Smells like a cake.
We're gonna start with our third chaffle that we're gonna be trying today. And this is a protein powder chaffle. And we have this creamy vanilla isopure one that we're gonna be using. You could probably use whatever flavor you want for this. Protein is still a big thing. It was a big thing in 2025. It's gonna continue on now that it's 2026. For this, it's coming from Reddit. I don't know if this person wants me to put their name on there, but it comes from the Chaffle subreddit. And it is very simple ingredients. We're gonna be needing pretty much the same thing, except we're gonna be adding some protein powder. It's gonna make 2. It has 1 egg per, and then the base is mozzarella. So here's our protein powder. Is that 1 tablespoon? Yes. Mix that. I like to mix, like I said, all the dry ingredients first. Just get it all incorporated. Gonna crack 2 eggs in here. Wow, very vibrant eggs, Sarah. Oh wow, these are quite a lot of batter here. Ours are so dry.
Yeah.
That I'm not used to it. It gives you 2 decently sized chaffles. Alright, well. Alright, we'll be back in 4 minutes for our third and final chaffle reveal.
Okay.
We see a leakage. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, be careful. Oh.
Oh. So you probably could have made 3 chaffles off of this.
It really depends. I think it depends on the size of the egg.
All right, we're gonna go downstairs and try all 3. So this is a Chalk Zero maple syrup that we like. We were gonna drizzle some on here, right? Something a little McGriddle-esque flavor. Little breakfast sandwich. A little sweet and savory action. Excellent.
Well, maybe I'll have some without the maple syrup just first. You get all of the different like flavors, like the egg, you know what I mean? It's not like all mashed together. The maple syrup, I think, adds a lot.
I know, it does.
It adds a lot of flavor. It adds a lot of sweetness. It gives that breakfast feeling.
I'm surprised I like it as much as I do.
But yeah, the maple syrup adds a lot. I would say it's needed.
Really?
It just leans itself into a breakfast chaffle, you know?
You probably use pre-cooked bacon too, if you don't want to use prosciutto, but the prosciutto is nice.
But like Emily said earlier, you can't really cook anything in a quick enough time. So anything that you put in there, you want it to be cooked already.
Right. You know, some people make chaffles out of chicken, but we would use pre-cooked or canned chicken for that because it would make it so that you don't have to worry about that. You don't want to bite into it and go, is this cooked? That's like one of the worst feelings.
Next up is the cake batter chaffle. Soft in texture.
Smells like a piece of cake.
Yeah, definitely.
Soft. Nice.
Has a nice texture, very a cake-like texture.
Fluffy.
You could put like icing on this and, you know, like make a little chaffle cake. We've done that in the past.
Yeah, long time ago.
Yeah.
The cake batter flavoring does cover up almost all of the flavor from everything else.
What is the sweetener in here?
Sugar-free pudding mix.
Oh, okay.
It's also got a very light and fluffy texture.
Right,
though.
I'm trying to see where that Jell-O, like, what is it doing to the texture?
Making it light and fluffy?
Yeah, maybe.
If not, it would probably be crunchy. Because
Well, that one doesn't have any pudding mix, so we'll see. It probably has sweetener in there. That's the sweetener. I like it. I would say that's like more of like a dessert truffle. Just with the cake flavoring. Yeah.
But a lot of people like sweet stuff for breakfast.
These were not all for breakfast. Did we say that they were good? They're just like chaffles for any time.
Right.
Chaffle in the morning, chaffle at the evening.
Next! It smells a lot less like
appetizing.
vanilla.
Yeah.
It doesn't really smell like vanilla.
It doesn't. Well, we use such a little amount of vanilla protein powder, so.
But it's got a good texture.
What does the Jell-O do?
It did something? Now you taste the difference, right?
No.
Oh,
It has a sweetness in there. I'm just saying, maybe you don't need to put the Jell-O.
Put protein powder plus cake batter flavoring plus
And
sweetener.
a little bit of sweetener. Right. If you wanted a cleaner version. I don't know how much that Jell-O actually did to change the texture, because they're kind of similar, in my opinion. Right?
Yeah.
It's going to be our dinner.
A chaffle has about 150 calories. Each chaffle. I mean, that's not that much. I mean, times 3.
You know, I do like miss our chaffle texture, the crispiness of that. A lot of these were very like, they're like soft, you know? And so I like the crispiness of our chaffle. They're all different in their own ways, but I guess for like a bread in a sandwich or something, I would choose our chaffle still.
I mean, to me, this is like sweet.
Yeah, like a little maple syrup might be good on this one.
This
too.
reminds me of something sweet, even if it doesn't really have as much flavor as the other one with the sugar-free pudding mix. It still plays sweet to me. Like it belongs with a sweet application.
Right. But what if you use
This
like...
tastes like a waffle with the maple syrup. Duh. I mean, it's good if you like waffles.
Yeah, this is a good waffle.
Yeah.
Is it a chaffle?
It's got cheese in
That's
it.
true.
A chaffle is just
I feel
a
like
waffle with
people
cheese.
that are not in keto would be like, cheese waffle? That's weird.
Right.
So like chaffle became a thing to help with the acceptance of the idea of those two worlds combining together. We hope you guys liked this video. Please subscribe. If you guys want to see our original chaffle recipe that we love, and so many of you guys do as well, you can click on the video on the screen and we'll see you over there. Anyway, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Emily. And we are the Keto Twins signing out.